Hello guys, good morning to all. Today's topic is electric field intensity due to uniformly charged infinite long straight wire. So we are having infinite long straight wire. Here we are having a straight wire and the length of this straight wire is infinite. That means this wire is extended from this side and this side, both the side. So total length of this wire is infinite. Okay. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the electric field intensity due to this wire at a point P. What we have to do? We have to calculate the electric field intensity at this point P due to this infinite long straight wire. Now see here, consider an infinite long straight wire. Here we are having an infinite long straight wire with uniform charge density lambda. So the charge on the whole wire will be of which density? Lambda. Lambda density charge is present on this straight wire. Now electric field intensity at point P. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the electric field intensity at this point P. Consider two elements on the wire P1 and P2. What we have to do? We have to consider two elements on the wire. One element is here P1 and another element is here P2. We consider two elements on this straight wire and the length of the wire is infinity. Equal distance from origin O. The center of this wire is this O, and from the O point equal distance should be taken on both the side, this side. So this distance is equals to this distance. So two elements you have to consider and both the elements are of equal distance from the center O. Okay. The electric field due to element is E1 and E2. Due to this elements, the electric field at point P. Now as you all know, the test charge should be positive. So assume that a positive charge is placed at point P. Here it is also positive, so positive repel. So direction of electric field will be this, E1. Okay, because positive charge repel positive charge and the direction of electric field will be outside E1. Similarly, E2 will be the electric field due to point P. It is positive and direction of electric field is outside because positive charge is having electric field away. So that is positive. The electric field direction is this and here E2. Now see here, E1 and E2 both the electric fields you have observed here. Now consider that this electric field E1 having one component, see here, one component this side and another component in this side. So electric field E1 is having one component here and one component here. Similarly, the electric field E2 is also having two components. One component is here and another component is here. You just see that normal component is cancelled. Normal component is cancelled means this component of electric field will be cancelled with this component of electric field. Why? Because both are having opposite direction and the magnitude is same. So this component will cancel this component. Then what we are having? Net electric field due to radial component. So both E1 and E2 is having component in this direction. So net electric field will be in this direction. E net here, and this electric field is due to radial component. Due to this radial component, electric field will be produced. Now see here, area vector n cap and electric field vector both in same direction. How? See here we are having this wire in this straight, and as you know the area vector is always perpendicular to the surface. So area vector should be in this direction n cap, and electric field is already in this direction E. So both are having same direction. So what is the angle between electric field and area vector? That is 0 degree. So theta is equals to 0 degree. According to the Gauss law, we are having one formula to calculate the electric field intensity. What is that formula? we derived it previously. E dot ds is equals to q upon E naught. E dot ds is equals to q upon E naught. Now close integration of E ds, see dot product, so E ds cos theta is equals to q upon epsilon naught. Here the value of theta is 0, so if the value of theta is 0, then what is the value of cos theta? Cos 0 degree is 1. So cos theta is 1 here. So what we are having? E ds is equals to q upon epsilon naught. Now electric field should be out and integration of ds is equals to q upon E naught. Now see here, this wire is of cylindrical shape. So we have to take the surface area of this cylinder. What is the formula of surface area of the cylinder? Surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r L. So this distance is r here. So E 2 pi r, and the length of the wire up to which you have to calculate this P1 and P2, that is L. L distance is between P1 and P2. So 2 pi r L is equals to q upon epsilon naught. Now one more value we are having, that is lambda, density. What is the formula of density? Density is charge per unit length. Charge per unit length, so charge q and length of the wire between P1 and P2 is L. So q, what you can write from this, q is equals to lambda L. Now students see, we can put the value of q from this. So E 2 pi r L is equals to lambda L upon epsilon naught. So L and L will be cancelled out. What is the expression of E we are having? E is equals to lambda upon 2 pi r epsilon naught. So students, here it is the expression of electric field intensity due to a infinitely straight long wire. So this formula you can use to calculate electric field due to infinitely long straight wire. Here lambda is charge density on the wire, 2 pi as you know r distance between that point and the wire, and epsilon naught permittivity. So epsilon naught is constant, the value is given in the numerical 2 pi as you all know, and value of r and lambda. With the help of all this data, you should calculate the electric field intensity due to straight wire. So students, today we study the electric field intensity due to infinitely long straight wire. In the next video, we will study the electric field intensity due to infinite sheet. Okay, thank you. Be safe at home.